Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back for another Total War video with the Terminator. Medieval 2 is known as being the Total War with the most diverse, unique, and complete mods in the franchise. From Tsardoms to Third Age to Stainless Steel, every mod I've played on the game has been more stable, has had more content, and has generally felt more like a brand new Total War than most other mods I've played on most other Total War games. Today, I'd like to spotlight a mod on Medieval 2 that may be one of the most impressive I've played in scale and in player immersion. Lucium Total War has two campaigns, a 1700s Europe and 1800s South America, with dozens of playable factions, hundreds of new brilliant units, and fantastic unique historical events and campaign mechanics that make you feel like this is a Pike and shot Total War that we need. And by the end of this video, I guarantee you will have no choice but to get on the game and try it out for yourself. So let's get started. In the works now for a few years, Lucium provides the player with a really well done and unique couple of campaigns set around the end of Pike and Shot, with line infantry popping up throughout Europe, major powers like Spain, Portugal, and the Ottomans nearing the end of their regional dominance, and South America on the edge of continental warfare. The first playable campaign, set in 1700 Europe, has 25 playable factions including Britain, France, Spain, Savoy, Venice, Genoa, Papal States, Prussia, Bavaria, Cologne, Westphalia, Sweden, Denmark, Austrian Empire, Poland, Lithuania, Ottomans, Wallachia, Moldavia, Egypt, Barbary States, Morocco, Persia, Khalidi Empire, Georgia, and the Kazakhs. All of these factions have unique starting positions with great fleshed out rosters, building trees, diplomatic circumstances, and scripted events that do a really good job of bringing a lot of historical context to your playthrough. Take Prussia as an example. When you begin your campaign, you're given an option as a state of the Holy Roman Empire to either take on the other states and leave the capital of the HRE alone, for which you get 2,000 coins every 10 turns, or take the capital of the HRE, Magdeburg, and a few other cities to establish the German Empire. This, coupled with other historical unique events like the Hungarians breaking away from Austria, the Ottomans dealing with revolting vassals like Egypt and Wallachia, or Spain unifying with Portugal after hundreds of years, really makes this mod come to life and makes you feel more immersed in the history of what's going on. The modders in this regard have done a fantastic job at making every single turn interesting and engaging, because aside from managing your faction, expanding your territory, you have to really read into all of the events that may or may not affect you each turn as well. The second campaign, on the other hand, is set in 1800 South America, released not too long ago. This one is just as good, if not better, than the 1700s Europe campaign, with the player able to play a newly established breakaway Portuguese state of Brazil, or other factions like Paraguay, Gran Colombia, La Plata, La Liga Federal, and Chile. The larger empires, of course, with Britain, France, Spain, and Portugal, and the Dutch, or the only indigenous nation left on the continent, the Mapuche. Again, all of them come with really great fleshed out unit rosters and unique, difficult starting positions, as well as brilliant events and challenges that make this campaign one of the best I've ever played. My first campaign here was the Farmer Rebellion of Brazil to shake the plantation shackles and bring down my Portuguese overlords, which so far has been an amazing time, making allies with the other breakaway states to take advantage of the weakened European powers and establish the empire as a growing, prospering nation. This campaign side of the mod is almost bug-free as far as I can tell. It's super fun, it's full of content that I can get into for hours at a time, and honestly surprises me every turn on how much I can enjoy here. And there are loads of other new features as well. Both campaigns are on maps that are expanded and filled out, so you can expect more cities, more variation in geographic locations, and definitely more factions than you're used to compared to vanilla Medieval 2 or indeed other mods for the game. There's also an updated economy system that you can opt in and out of at the start of your campaign, which makes things more difficult in the long run by making certain historical events have a direct impact on how you can manage your faction. There are new building trees unique to each faction. Some give you option of opting in and out of slavery, of letting a settlement manage itself autonomously versus being under direct rule, from having economic, cultural, or military build policies to building naval bases and conscript centers and plantations. Every Everything here is completely done from the ground up, it's unique to the time period, and just so impressively done. Finally, we have the battles, and there are two main things to be aware of here. First is this is mainly ranged warfare with some melee, specifically Pike elements throughout. There are instances where you get the line infantry, advanced line infantry in and among your earlier unit types, which is a bit weird and immersion breaking, but for the most part you follow through warfare that goes from pike and shot to more Victorian, and the battles reflect all of this as much as possible. The second is that siege maps are unfortunately vanilla, which means yes, you'll be using cannons to break down wooden palisades, you'll have medieval castles in the background, and this generally shoots the mod in the foot a little bit, but if you look past that, there is plenty to enjoy here. The cannon warfare with the unique units, the animations, the sound and visual effects are expertly done. The unit balancing is pretty damn good compared to some other similar mods that I know of, and generally the battles look and play really well. The only two areas where I hope things will change in the near future are the siege maps, which I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and the fact that musket fire uses vanilla arrow trajectories, which kind of looks ridiculous. This was a specific decision made by the mod team to make the AI use these units more effectively, but it is unfortunately immersion breaking for me. Finally guys, these campaigns aren't the only ones you can look forward to, because aside from the team doing their best day in and day out to improve the European and South America campaigns, they will also be working on completely separate Africa, North America, and India campaigns, which when complete will be amazing. I for one cannot wait to check out the India campaign. If it's as good as the two we currently have, I will be a very happy player. Overall, I think you can see that Lucium does offer a lot. There are over 40 factions to get stuck into across two major continental campaigns, with varying degrees of replayability, immersive and historical campaign mechanics, and unit rosters that, in my opinion, look really good. It's a mod that if you have Medieval 2, you absolutely need to try out. It is super impressive and you will not regret it. And that's it for today, guys. I've dropped links to both the latest version of the mod so you can get in there and check it out for yourself, as well as the mod's Discord server where you can ask questions, meet with other like-minded players, and give feedback. I'm sure the modders would really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like and drop any thoughts or questions in the comments section below. I'm happy to help with anything you might have, so just drop it down below in the comments section, and subscribe for more Total War content, gameplay, and news just like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.